So, what if Anakin Skywalker tried to kill Darth Sidious? The key word is tried. I'm not saying that he would succeed, although he could. So, when Palpatine reveals that he's Darth Sidious and Anakin pulls out his lightsaber, and Palpatine's like, "Do you want to kill me?" and Anakin's like, "I would certainly love to." And then basically Anakin decides not to kill Palpatine, and he goes away and contacts the Jedi Council. And of course, after that, uh, pretty bad stuff goes down, and Jedi Council all die, and Anakin turns into Darth Vader. But what if in this scene that you see right here on the screen, what if Anakin did not leave? What if Anakin actually tried to kill Darth Sidious? First of all, as I said, the key word is tried, because I doubt it would work. I doubt Darth Sidious would actually die. And so, for argument's sake, though, let's visit both scenarios in which Anakin tries to kill Darth Sidious and succeeds, and a scenario in which Anakin tries to kill Darth Sidious and fails. So if Anakin tried to kill Darth Sidious here, and he succeeded, if Anakin just stabbed Darth Sidious in the face or something and Darth Sidious died, he was so caught off guard and he just died, Anakin would basically drop to his knees, and he would be so relieved and yet a little terrified at the same time. Because yes, he's killed the Darth Lord of the Sith, but the Darth Lord of the Sith was a Chancellor, so now that he's killed the Chancellor, there's going to be a lot of ramifications. So Anakin would immediately contact Mace Windu. He wouldn't contact Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan is engaging General Grievous and fighting him. He wouldn't contact Padme because he'd be afraid to tell Padme everything. He would, because of course Palpatine was offering to save Padme, and so Anakin wonders if he screwed that up. So Anakin would contact Mace Windu. And Mace Windu would immediately arrive at the Chancellor's office after getting Anakin's frantic message, and Mace Windu would find Darth Sidious's corpse, as well as Anakin standing over it, and Anakin would tell Mace Windu that Palpatine was Darth Sidious. And so Mace Windu would do a little investigating, and he would probably believe it immediately, but he would do a little investigating. He would find Darth Sidious lightsabers, and I assume that since Darth Sidious is dead, I assume his corpse would revert back to its normal, decrepit, true face form, and Mace Windu would realize and see the corruption of Darkseid and understand that Palpatine was really the Sith Lord. And so Mace Windu would help Anakin, and I think Mace Windu would gain Anakin Skywalker's trust in this scenario because Anakin would have killed Darth Sidious. And so Mace Windu would help Anakin and promise to help him cover it up. So Mace Windu would probably cover up the crime, and Mace Windu might say, Chancellor Palpatine, he had a stroke or something and he just died. And Anakin Skywalker found him and tried to revive him, but it was already too late. Or they would make up some ridiculous lie. And of course, Mace Windu would contact Yoda too and talk through the scenario. And meanwhile, Anakin Skywalker, he would be thankful of Mace Windu because Mace Windu would have helped him cover up the murder of Palpatine. And so Anakin would tell Mace Windu about the dream, and Anakin would tell Mace Windu about Padme. And under normal circumstances, Mace Windu would be furious to hear about Padme being married to Anakin, because, Jedi can get married, but cannot get married. But in this case, since Anakin has killed the Sith Lord, Mace Windu would be much more understanding, and Mace Windu would want to help Anakin. So I think the rest of the Jedi Council, would, including Yoda and everyone, would be furious with Anakin, but I think Mace Windu would stand up for Anakin and defend Anakin. And Mace Windu would promise to help protect Padme. So in this scenario, I think that Anakin would be rewarded under Mace Windu's direction. Anakin would be rewarded, and Anakin would get to either become a Jedi Master, or I think more likely, maybe Anakin would retire. Maybe Padme would just want to get out of politics, and of course Padme would also be very proud of her husband and what he did by stopping Darth Sidious. And so I think Padme and Anakin would both retire, and they would both move away. And I don't think they would move to Naboo because there would still be a lot of publicity on Naboo. Rather, I think maybe Anakin and Padme move to, I don't know, Takodana, or maybe Cloud City on Bespin. Maybe somewhere else. So Anakin and Padme move far away, and of course I assume Padme's family will go with her. And so Padme's family, Anakin and Padme, and Luke and Leia, they all live happily ever after. Meanwhile, the Jedi Council puts Bail Organa and Mon Mothma in charge of the Republic. And with Bail Organa and Mon Mothma in charge of the Republic, I think Bail Organa and Mon Mothma would probably offer a truce to the Separatists. And because the main goal is peace, and Mon Mothma hates bloodshed, so I think Mon Mothma will probably talk Bail Organa into accepting peace with the Separatists. And so I think the Separatist Council would be captured by the Jedi Council, and all the Separatist leaders would be put in prison. And meanwhile, Ahsoka Tano would bring Darth Maul back to the Jedi Temple, and the Jedi Council would question Darth Maul, and Darth Maul, since Darth Sidious is dead, and Darth Maul basically has nothing to lose or nothing to gain at this point, except, of course, Darth Maul's criminal empire is still around, so Darth Maul would be trying to break out of prison through them. Darth Maul would basically be imprisoned inside the Jedi Temple, and the Jedi would lock Darth Maul up and have the highest security there. And meanwhile, of course, as I said, Bail Organa and Mon Mothma are running the Republic, and the Separatists were allowed to just remain, and they have a peace treaty, war is over, and Shaak Ti and the Jedi would make sure that all the clones have their inhibitor chips removed, and so Anakin and Padme living happily ever after with the Padme's family, as well as Luke and Leia, and maybe Ahsoka Tano and Obi-Wan Kenobi go and visit them sometimes, and maybe Owen Lars and Beru too, maybe they go visit too, and all that stuff. Now, additionally, we have a scenario where the Jedi Council is Jedi remain, and maybe they stay on Coruscant and help Bail Organa and Mon Mothma, or maybe the Jedi withdraw too and go to Octo or something, so who knows. But that's the best case happy ending if Anakin actually did kill Darth Sidious. However, as I said, most likely this would not work, because Darth Sidious is very powerful, and he wanted Anakin to lash out and get closer to the dark side. So if Anakin tried to kill Darth Sidious, most likely Darth Sidious would just sidestep and subdue Anakin and capture him. And judging based on the scenario, it could go in a few different ways. So maybe Anakin tries to kill Darth Sidious, but Darth Sidious immediately stops him, and Darth Sidious demonstrates his full power, and Anakin is so scared, and then Darth Sidious is like, hey, you see my full power, I can destroy you and Padme, unless you listen to me, so you hurry up and go and tell the Jedi Council or something, and get them to come here, or maybe you just join me. So maybe Darth Sidious could scare Anakin into joining him right away, and then Darth Sidious and Anakin Skywalker would just do the Jedi Purge right then and there, and everything else would turn out exactly the same way. Or maybe Darth Sidious would escape, and then Darth Sidious, so Anakin would try to kill Darth Sidious, and Darth Sidious would escape, and then Darth Sidious would basically go to the Senate and say, Anakin Skywalker tried to kill me, the Jedi are all traitors, and so Darth Sidious could use Anakin's attempt to kill him as the excuse he needs to turn the Republic against the Jedi. And then he could execute Order 66, and all the Jedi would be dying, although this scenario could backfire because Anakin might get closer to the Jedi. But it could also go in the same way, because once all the Jedi are dead and Anakin has nothing left, he would have no choice to join Darth Sidious anyway, because what happened in Revenge of the Sith is Anakin, I don't think he was trying to cut off Mace Windu's arm, he was just trying to stop Mace Windu from killing Darth Sidious, and he ended up cutting off his arm, which allowed Darth Sidious to kill Mace Windu, so that's the whole reason Anakin joined Darth Sidious, is because he knew that if he didn't, then the Jedi would kill him anyway, so basically this could play out in a few different ways. So the key word is tried. If Anakin Skywalker tried to kill Darth Sidious, he would not have succeeded. And Darth Sidious would have just won anyway, and nothing would have been much very different. But if Anakin Skywalker actually succeeded in killing Darth Sidious, then of course everything would have changed for the better, as I described. Now, of course, I can see a scenario where Anakin is trying to kill Darth Sidious, and Darth Sidious ends up killing Anakin Skywalker. Well, in that case, Darth Sidious would be like, oh well. I'll just have to do it all myself, and so Darth Sidious would do the Jedi Purge by himself and destroy everyone. So, in any case, those are my thoughts on what would have happened.